you said?
I just said he's a crackhead.
Okay.
Like, he's not like nothing like.
So he's a crackhead.
Would you also agree that's not a positive comment to make about Hills?
Yeah, I agree.
Would you, were you directing your comments at the defendant, or were you saying each of these things to 12B and to Hills directly?
I was just saying in general, like, everybody, we're right next to each other, everybody can hear, you know what I mean? I was just trying to like still back me up, like, yo, chill, you know?
Okay. I believe you said yesterday at the end that you were trying to verbally express how you feel. Is that is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I felt like I'm never going to see Rocky again due to the circumstances, so I'm just going to let him know how I feel.
Can you explain that to the jury more? When you say, I know I'm never going to see Rocky again, what is that?
I mean,
yeah, you better clarify.
I mean, the situation that happened. Like, why would we ever see each other? You know what I mean? So I felt like I didn't want him to go back and then talk about it and everybody just laugh and think, oh, Rocky just pulled the gun on Rel, shot at, well, before then, he didn't shoot yet, but pulled the gun on Rel and made this big scene. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, I know you for 15 years. I know everybody over there, just about 15 years, not Jamel, but it was, I know for like 15 years.
I believe you said yesterday that when you went into this, what you called linking up with him, it was to repair things with him, right?
Yeah.
After he pulled the gun on you, how were you feeling at that point?
I mean, he grabbed me first, so that everything, all bets is off the table. Like, I'm thinking, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I mean?
How are you feeling now?
You know I need you.
Oh. Wait, what you mean?
How are you feeling after having this, after he pulled this gun on you?
Oh, I was like mad. I was like, I can't believe this just happened. You know what I mean?
And was there anything else about the presence of Ills and 12B being there that contributed to you being mad?
No, like them being there, like just got me mad, meaning?
Yeah, he said
Did that
when he
change
pulled the
anything, the
knife,
fact
he
that
was
the two of
mad.
them came
No,
to
not at all.
All right. At that moment, immediately after the gun was first pointed at you, as the defendant is walking away, did you have any animosity towards Ills?
No, I never had a problem with it.
I believe you said that both you and Ills then walked down the street following after the defendant, but the two of you were walking together, correct?
I mean, it wasn't really following nobody, I'm just talking. They're all walking together, you know what I mean?
But you're headed in the same direction.
Yeah, he's down Argyle, yes.
And he's ahead of you, correct?
Yes.
All right. So as the defendant got to the street corner at the end of Argyle, where did he go?
I think he made a left on that street, he made a left.
Do you remember the name of the street?
No, I'm not proud of it.
Okay. And when he made a left, where did he go from there?
He kept going straight till he got about to the street, to the end of the street corner.
Yeah, he just
where the stop
walked
sign
away.
is at.
Were you still behind him at that point?
Yeah.
Still walking in the same direction that he was walking?
Yeah.
Now, from what you've described, going down to the end of the street, making a left, and going all the way to the stop sign, at that point, you knew he had a gun, correct?
Yeah, I think he had a gun.
He had just shown it to you.
Yes.
And was it that entire walk, that entire time that you were expressing to him how you feel?
Yes.
In what you already described as an angry tone or an elevated tone?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Why would you follow behind someone that you know is armed with a gun and verbally tell them how you feel in the way that you did?
I told you already because I felt like I would never see him again. And I felt like since he put it away and on a busy street in Hollywood, like,
I get it.
He's definitely not going to shoot this shit. I mean, shoot it.
So you, at that moment, did not believe that he would shoot you?
No.
That's an interesting point. And I see y'all talking about it in the chat. Do you think this is going to work against the prosecution because he wasn't scared? Or he's saying he wasn't worried because it was Rocky and Rocky ain't like that? Is essentially what he's saying. And I get it. It makes sense that he wouldn't run away because he's like, man, you ain't shooting nobody. Come on. You're going to lose Rihanna and all this money y'all got together?
Yeah. Did you believe at that moment that he would shoot you?
What do you mean? Can you say it again?
The way that I asked the question before was a double negative, so your answer's not clear. So I just want to ask you a different way. Did you believe at that moment that he would shoot you?
At what moment when I'm walking with him?
When he's first walking away and you're walking in the same direction as he's walking?
No. Well, I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't thinking straight at that moment. I had a lot on my mind. I just wanted to get what was on my chest off.
Do you think you would have reacted differently in this situation had that been a stranger that first pulled the gun?
What do you mean?
Meaning, if a stranger pulled a gun on you, do you think you'd walk after them and essentially?
No, because I have no business. I mean, I got away from a life-threatening situation. But in that situation, I felt like maybe he put the gun away, and seeing Jamel with the knife, it furthered me wanting to say what was on my chest.
Okay.
Now that's where this whole I wasn't worried thing falls apart. Because if you see Rocky with a gun, I wouldn't worry about that. But you see another dude with a knife, I don't care who it is. I'm not turning my back on them. That's
When
crazy.
you got to the area where the stop sign was that you described, you made the left turn, you walked to the stop sign. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Who was the first person that got to where the stop sign was?
Rocky.
And then who was the next person?
Jamel.
And then after that?
It was basically like me and it was kind of.
And when you got to the stop sign area with Ills, what was the next thing that happened?
I'm still talking, but then I see Rocky turn around. Can I explain what happened?
Yeah.
So I see Rocky turn around. When he turned around, he's like, kind of looked like a movie. The whole thing looked like a movie, like, you know what I mean? So he kind of like pointed down. He shot the first shot. When he shot the first shot, I felt my hand hot. So I grabbed Ills, used him as a shield. He's going around trying to shoot me between the Ills. 12B is off to the side. I'm not really worrying about him. I'm just trying to like not get hit at this point.
You're going to tell me you turned your back on the guy with the
You
knife
said,
and the
as you were
gun?
saying that he had the gun out, you had your right arm extended about shoulder high. Is that-
Yeah, because he kind of like, when he turned around, kind of like his back was turned, like it was kind of like just you turn around, the gun's there, and he kind of like jumped when he shot, and kind of shot down, like, you know what I'm saying?
The gun that he was holding, did it look like the same gun that he pulled on you at the parking lot?
Yeah.
And when you say he shot down, what do you mean by that?
Like, I mean, like it was kind of like this. It wasn't like he pointing and doing, but it wasn't like aiming at you. It was kind of like that. So he, like I said, it was like a movie, kind of like boom, and then like just running around trying
He
to like
didn't
get
point it at him? That might be a
The
problem.
motion he made with his arm, Your Honor. Yeah, so he had his arm extended out, and then as he was saying shot down, he lifted his arm up to about head high, and then had his pointer finger sort of pointed forward, but in a downward trajectory.
Yeah, it was higher than
Well, I don't really remember, but from what like, it was more like this.
This is bad. Because brandishing a firearm is fine because that's what Relli is explaining. But if he's saying he didn't point the gun at him, that's going to be an issue when it comes to assault with a deadly weapon. Again, I'm not an attorney, y'all. I'm just looking at this. I don't know. I think that's why they're taking a little bit more time with him with this, because their case could be falling apart just with this. This is a weird route they're taking. I don't know. I'll let it play.
Fast. He turned around, and then it was like, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
not like,
Okay. You said
What's up, Peyton Sound?
that as he shot the gun the first time, you said your hand felt hot, correct?
yeah,
Where on your hand felt hot?
my left hand.
Where?
Left hand. Just right above my knuckles. Like my knuckles right here, up below my knuckles. So it's right here. And if I was to fall, you would see other injuries on that picture from that day from my knuckles and all around here. That's why,
This is crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, yeah. I just have to, when you point this up, I have to describe it.
so my knuckles, my
What
hands,
he's
I still got
pointing
a
to,
mark from that day.
what he's pointing to are the middle knuckles on his left hand. Kind of, he has his hand sort of curled and going across.
Yeah, right there. So it's right
Hold
here.
on. Both hands up at the same time. So it's weight. Go ahead.
I think I was done. He motioned with his right hand across his left hand middle knuckles.
Ask another question.
You said that you then got behind Hills, correct?
I dashed to him. I got ran to him and then just grabbed him.
How did Hills react to this?
Oh, he was like petrified. He was screaming. After he literally said, "You could have got me killed." And I said, "What? You came with him?"
Wait, I want to stay right at that moment, though. I don't want to jump ahead. So right at that moment, you're saying he was petrified, correct?
Petrified.
Physically, what did he do? Did he move at all?
He was petrified. I grabbed him and he's like screaming, "No, no, no." And I'm using him every which way.
When you say petrified, though, is he moving at all, or is he standing still?
Yeah, he's trying to move. And then he dropped his body.
Okay. And were you intentionally trying to position Hills between you
Oh,
and
yeah.
the defendant?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's
Anybody that would have been there, I would have did that, especially if you came with him.
And then, Welby, or Jamel, what did he do?
I don't know because I'm too busy grabbing Ills. I don't really see what 12 is. He's off to the side. I see him off to the side the whole time, but I don't really know what's going on. I don't even see them running off really. Like, I'm still dealing like with Ills literally telling me I could have got him killed while I'm just running off.
Right. Again, I don't want to jump ahead. I want to stay right at the moment when the shots are fired.
Okay.
Are you saying as the defendant
That makes no sense.
fires the first shot, you then move around to Hills? You're not paying attention to 12, so you're not entirely sure what he did.
No, I'm not really sure what Toby was doing.
Okay. Then after the first gunshot, what did you see the defendant do? Physically, what did he do with his body?
Oh, he's running up and he shot again.
What does running up mean?
Like he's running and shooting. Like he's trying to like find. He's trying to look for a way to shoot me because if I wasn't grabbing the Ills, I mean.
Did he physically come closer to you?
Yeah.
And
He got close.
you're saying
The whole time it was close, but he got really close.
you were saying that he was trying to move motion around Hills, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move to some video again.
Which is the new exhibit or?
No, same exhibit.
that's a good
It
point,
is
Sean.
People's 15. the file that's labeled sequence surveillance video from People's 15. I have it right now on the video player at the bottom. It's paused at 31 seconds into this video file. And it stopped there. Mr. Efron, do you see the larger video in the background?
Yes.
Mostly gray.
Yes.
Do you recognize that area that we're looking at there?
Other than that day,
All right, I'm talking specifically about that day. Can you orient yourself on what you're seeing from that part of the video?
I mean, to the far right, that's where the curve is at. That's where the curve is at, and the stop sign where like the incident happened.
Can you point to it with the pointer?
So pretty much we walked right here, and Rocky got to like right around.
Keep your voice up.
I said we got to like right here, and then as soon as like he got into the street around right here, that's when the shooting took place.
Okay, I would say he's pointing to the top left-hand corner in where the street area is that we can see. Okay.
Right, and it's across from that orange wall barricade there, where that is.
That's accurate.
All right, I'm going to play the video, and then I'll go back and ask some more questions about it. All right, start trying to watch.
Those are the two shots.
I'm going to pause it at 55 seconds. Go back. I'll ask you some questions. So let's start at the beginning and start from. I know it's going to be hard to see from here, but from taking you back to that night, you see the person that we can see best at the top left-hand corner, kind of in the middle of that street. You see that person?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Rocky.
Okay. There's another individual.
Well, the red jacket.
Okay. Let me just finish the question though, because the court reporter has to take everything down. So that would be just above him and maybe just slightly to the left.
Speak when you're spoken
There's
to.
another person there. You're saying that's Jamel?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then you and Ills at this moment, are the two of you at the street corner?
I don't know. It's kind of blurry.
That's
I
fair.
can't really see if that's a hydrant or like people that can't really see.
That's right. Let me play it forward a little bit. If you could watch them. But with that, as your memory from that day, would that be the area that you recall being at?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to play it forward just a little. Did you see the movement of those two people that I was pointing to just a few seconds ago?
Wait, go back.
Sure. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Was one of those individuals you?
Yes.
And the other one was
It's hard to
Bill?
see.
Yes.
And what motion did you see yourself take on the video?
Like running towards those.
Okay. Would you have been farther to the left-hand side of the screen just slightly?
Yeah, I'm on the left. It was be on the right.
And, okay. Then we go back just a little. Starting again at 35 seconds. The person that we see moving forward, is that still the defendant?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like running around L's at that point while Rocky's like, it's like a circle. Everything's in like a circle.
I'm gonna go back and restart at about 35 seconds. Can you focus? Anytime I'm gonna ask you to focus on the person who said it's 12 feet. and tell us where you see that person go. Okay? All right, and I'm pausing it at
Yeah, we'll
42
wait and see how
seconds.
Joe
Where
hands
do you
in.
see
It'll be
12
interesting.
go?
He ran across the wall.
Okay, I have paused here at 42 seconds. Would it be this person here?
Yeah. Yes.
And do you remember what this area was at all? I know it's been
No idea. No idea.
okay. But was there a wall here? Is that what this
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
object?
He's got the same clothes on, yeah.
All right. Did he make that motion right as the gunshot started happening?
Yes, he did.
I'm going to play it forward. And I'm going to stop it at 50 seconds. If you need me to go back, I will. But did you see what you and
That's what I'm
Hills were
saying,
doing
Mika.
at that part that I just played? That's short.
I'm gonna go back. I was looking at Jamel still.
That's fine. Started back at 47 seconds. Oh, hold on. I think I go a little farther. Started at 42 seconds. Stop it at 51. Did you see what the two of you were doing?
Yeah. So after Ills dropped his body, I probably was just looking to see where he was before I just run off or continue back down like Hollywood where I was at before.
Okay. When you say Ills dropped his body, what do you mean by that?
Like he physically just dropped, like his weight.
Did you do anything to push him to the ground?
No, no,
Did you strike him?
no, of course not.
Did you throw any punches towards him?
No.
So, are you describing him essentially dropping his body to try to get away from you? Because you're trying to hold him?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Did you personally go to the ground as he dropped his body?
Yeah, because he dropped. So I like kind of dropped with him. You could see me like almost dropped, but looking back to see, kind of.
All right. And then fair to say at that point, that's when the defendant was running
Yeah, you
away?
could see Jamel like pushing him away at that point.